Welcome back to Talk Tickers. You know we love to take a look at those earnings calls.
Absolutely.
And today we're diving deep into Elastic's Q2 2025 earnings call.
Exciting stuff.
And the markets are definitely buzzing about it.
Oh, yeah.
Elastic stock, that's ESTC if you want to look it up.
Ticker tape time.
Ticker tape enthusiasts, yeah.
Right.
So a really nice jump in after-hours trading.
Yeah.
It closed at 88.58, but then surged to 94.13. So that's
Wow.
a 6.27% gain.
Not bad, not bad.
So clearly something exciting happened on this call.
Definitely. And what's fascinating here is that this surge comes after kind of a rocky Q1 for Elastic.
Oh, interesting.
They implemented some strategic changes earlier this year, and this strong Q2 performance where they've really exceeded guidance across, all the revenue and profitability metrics really shows that those changes are working.
So they turned things around.
They did.
But what specifically drove this success?
Well,
what should our listeners be paying attention to?
okay, so the headline number is impressive total revenue hit $365 million. Okay, that's an 18% year-over-year growth. But the real story's in the details.
Okay.
Cloud revenue specifically showed impressive growth at 25% year-over-year, and they achieved a non-GAAP operating margin of 18%, which is no small feat.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a sign of a healthy business. But what's fueling all this growth? Is it just kind of a general upswing in the market, or is there something more specific at play here?
Yeah, I think you probably already guessed it, generative AI.
Oh, of course.
That's a major growth driver for Elastic, with search powered by AI really leading the charge.
Generative AI. It's the buzzword on everyone's lips these days.
For sure.
But how exactly is Elastic leveraging it? We know them for search, right? How does that connect with AI?
That's a great question, and it really gets to the heart of Elastic's strategy. They've recognized that AI is totally transforming how we interact with data, and they've really positioned themselves at the forefront of this transformation, particularly in the vector database space.
Vector database. Now, that's a term I haven't heard in a while. Can you break that down for our listener who might not be, up on all the technical jargon?
Sure. Think of it this way. When you type a query into Google, you're not just searching for exact keywords anymore, right? You're looking for concepts and meaning and context. And a vector database helps do that, but on a much larger scale, it allows AI systems to understand the relationships between different pieces of data, not just the words themselves.
So Elastic is using vector databases to power these more sophisticated AI-driven search experiences.
Exactly. And they're seeing some serious traction with it. New customer commitments related to GenAI almost doubled in Q2 compared to Q1.
Wow.
We're talking deals worth over $1 million annually, 3 of them to be exact. So this momentum really suggests that Elastic is becoming the go-to player for companies that really want to leverage the power of AI.
Now, those are some impressive numbers, but can you give us like a concrete example of how a company might actually use Elastic's AI-powered search? It's always helpful to have a real-world scenario to kind of ground these concepts.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. One standout win this quarter was with a global automotive leader. This company adopted Elastic's vector database to power their chatbots and other customer-facing applications. So think about all the questions customers might have about a car, its features, maintenance schedules.
Sure.
It's a lot of information to process. Elastic's vector database helps ensure that those chatbots are providing accurate and relevant responses, even for complex queries.
So instead of getting, some generic answer, you're getting a personalized response that's based on, the nuance of your question.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. But what about other industries? Is this just an automotive thing?
No, not at all. This technology has applications across a wide range of industries. For instance, a leading North American sporting goods retailer also chose Elastic to enhance their, online and in-store search capabilities.
Oh, I can see how that would be a game changer in retail.
Yeah.
Helping customers find exactly what they need quickly and easily can make or break a sale.
Precisely by leveraging Elastic's AI-powered search, this retailer aims to improve search relevance, personalize recommendations, and ultimately boost profitability. It's all about using technology to create a better customer experience, and that translates to business value.
So Elastic is really demonstrating the value of its AI-driven solutions across these diverse industries.
Yeah.
But is there something else that makes them particularly attractive to these large enterprise clients?
There's another key trend at play here, and that's platform consolidation. Customers are increasingly choosing Elastic to consolidate their security and observability needs onto a single platform, and this reduces complexity and cost, making Elastic a strategic partner for the long haul.
Hold on, you're saying that companies are using Elastic not just for search, but also for security and monitoring their systems.
That's right.
That's quite a breadth of capabilities.
It is, and it's a testament to the power and flexibility of their platform. Instead of having, separate solutions for search, security, and observability, companies can now manage all of these functions within a single unified environment.
I can see how that would be appealing from an IT management perspective.
Yeah.
Less complexity, fewer vendors to deal with, and potentially, lower costs.
Exactly. And Elastic is really capitalizing on this trend. In Q2 alone, they secured over 40 competitive deals, replacing existing solutions or onboarding new workloads.
Wow, 40 competitive wins. That's significant.
Yeah.
Do you have any specific examples?
Yeah, one involved replacing a SIEM solution, which stands for Security Information and Event Management, for a major online marketplace.
Okay.
This is a mission-critical security function, so it really shows a high level of trust in Elastic's capabilities.
So they're not just winning deals, they're displacing established players in the security space.
Precisely, and it's not just about replacing legacy solutions. Another win involved displacing 2 competitor products at an insurance provider. This shows how Elastic's platform can handle a wide range of workloads, not just those traditionally associated with search.
So to summarize, Elastic is riding the wave of GenAI, becoming a key player in the vector database space, and attracting these large enterprise clients by offering consolidated platform for search, security, and observability. Sounds like they're firing on all cylinders.
They are, and there's one more element to this success story that we need to highlight: product innovation. Elastic has consistently invested in developing new features and capabilities, and Q2 was no exception.
All right, let's dive into those product innovations. What did they roll out this quarter?
They introduced a feature called AutoOps, which simplifies Elasticsearch cluster management by providing performance recommendations and real-time issue detection.
So for those of you who might not speak fluent tech,
Yeah.
this essentially means managing a complex system like Elasticsearch just got a whole lot easier.
Exactly. It takes a lot of the manual work out of the equation, which frees up IT teams to focus on more strategic tasks.
Makes sense. And what about innovations on the AI and security front? Any exciting developments there?
They also enhanced their AI-driven security analytics, making threat detection even smarter and more efficient.
So they're using AI to analyze security data and identify potential threats before they even happen.
It's all about proactive security rather than just reacting to incidents after the fact.
Right. And I imagine this ties in nicely with their overall platform consolidation strategy, giving customers this unified view of their security posture.
Absolutely. It's all connected, but there's one more innovation I want to highlight, especially for our listener who might be interested in observability. Elastic now offers full open telemetry integration.
Now, I have to admit, open telemetry sounds a bit intimidating. Can you demystify that for us?
Sure, think of it as a universal language for observability data. It allows developers and operations teams to get a complete picture of their application's performance, regardless of the underlying infrastructure.
So no matter what systems you're using, you can collect and analyze performance data in a consistent way that sounds incredibly useful for, troubleshooting and optimizing applications.
It is, and it speaks to Elastic's commitment to remaining at the forefront of technology, particularly in those rapidly evolving fields of AI and observability.
So they're not resting on their laurels. They're constantly pushing the boundaries and finding new ways to apply their technology.
Right.
But what does all of this mean for their future? Where do they go from here?
Well, despite some potential headwinds like currency fluctuations, Elastic remains optimistic about its future prospects. They plan to continue investing, particularly in GenAI, and their guidance suggests a cautious but positive outlook for continued growth and profitability.
Well, this has certainly been an informative deep dive into Elastic's Q2 performance. We've covered a lot of ground from, strong financial results to the impact of GenAI and the trend of platform consolidation. But you know what time it is, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's time for our This Is Not Financial Advice segment,
Here we go.
where we throw out a completely outrageous yet somehow plausible trade idea
I love these.
inspired by this earnings call.
All right.
All right, so here's the pitch.
Lay it on me.
Short a basket of legacy SIEM providers and go long Elastic. What do you think?
Now, that's a bold move, but I can see the logic behind it. Elastic's momentum in AI-powered security and its success in winning those consolidation deals could spell trouble for those older SIEM vendors who haven't kept up with the times.
Exactly. It's a high-risk, high-reward play. But hey, that's what makes it fun to speculate, right?
Of course, this is purely hypothetical and, as you always say, highly speculative.
Exactly. Do your own research, folks. This is for entertainment purposes only. But in all seriousness, Elastic seems to be on the right track. Wouldn't you agree?
They certainly seem to be making all the right moves. It'll be fascinating to see how this story unfolds.
All right, everyone, that wraps up part one of our deep dive into Elastic's Q2 2025 earnings call. Join us for part two, where we'll continue to explore this exciting company and its potential. Until then, happy investing.
See you there. You know, one thing that really struck me about Elastic's performance this quarter is how their success with platform consolidation might actually accelerate their growth in GenAI.
Oh, that's an interesting connection. I hadn't thought about it that way.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that for our listener?
Sure. Think about it from a customer's perspective. If you're already using Elastic for security or observability, adopting their vector database for GenAI becomes a much easier decision.
Right.
You're already familiar with the platform, you trust Elastic, and you see the value in a unified approach.
That makes sense. It's like a natural progression. Why go through the hassle of integrating a completely new system when you can leverage a platform you already know and trust?
Exactly. It minimizes that learning curve, reduces those integration headaches, and ultimately makes it more likely for companies to go all in on Elastic's GenAI offerings.
Right.
It's a win-win.
And I imagine that having all that data in one place, from search to security to observability, gives Elastic some pretty powerful insights that can fuel their AI development even further.
Absolutely. It creates this virtuous cycle. More customers, more data, better AI leading to even more customers and even better AI.
So we've established that Elastic is on a roll right now, but are there any potential challenges or roadblocks they need to watch out for? I mean, every company faces obstacles, even those that seem to be doing everything right.
Of course, no company is immune to challenges. One factor they explicitly mentioned was currency fluctuations, which can impact revenue, especially for a global company like Elastic that operates in multiple markets.
That's true. Global economics are always a bit unpredictable. Are there any other potential headwinds on the horizon specifically related to their industry or their competitive landscape?
Another consideration is the competitive landscape. While Elastic is clearly a leader in the vector database space, they're not the only player in town. The world of data and AI is constantly evolving with new entrants and established players all vying for a piece of the pie.
Right. It seems like every data platform is going to have vector functionality.
All right.
How can Elastic stay ahead of the curve in such a dynamic environment?
That's the million-dollar question they need to stay ahead of the curve in terms of innovation and performance to maintain their edge. This means constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible, with vector search developing new algorithms like their BBQ algorithm and finding ways to make their solutions even more powerful and efficient.
You mentioned their BBQ algorithm earlier, which stands for Better Binary Quantization, but you didn't really explain what makes it so special. Can you give our listener a bit more detail on that?
Sure, in simple terms, the BBQ algorithm is all about making vector search faster and more efficient. It's a technical innovation that improves the accuracy and speed of search results, which is crucial for applications like chatbots and recommendation engines that need to provide instant responses.
So it's like a secret sauce that gives them competitive edge
Yeah.
in terms of search performance. But innovation alone isn't enough, right? They also need to execute well on the sales and marketing front to bring these innovations to market.
Absolutely. They had that little hiccup in Q1, but their Q2 performance shows they're back on track. Maintaining that momentum will be crucial, especially as they ramp up their investments in Gen AI.
It sounds like they're walking a tightrope between staying agile and adaptable while also making strategic long-term bets. How do they balance those competing demands?
That's a great way to put it. It's the challenge every successful tech company faces. They need to be able to move quickly and respond to changing market conditions while also having a clear vision for the future and making investments that will pay off in the long run.
Okay, so we've talked about the challenges, but let's switch gears for a minute and focus on the positives. Let's talk about Elastic's customer base. What are some of the key trends you're seeing there?
What's particularly impressive is the growth in their high-value customer segment. These are the customers who are spending over $100,000 annually on Elastic's products and services. That number jumped to 1,420 in Q2, which is a significant increase from previous quarters.
Wow, 1,420 high-value customers.
Yeah.
That's a testament to their ability to attract larger enterprises and become deeply embedded in their IT infrastructure. Shows that they're not just a niche player anymore, but a true force to be reckoned with.
Exactly. It's a sign that they're delivering real value and meeting the complex needs of these demanding customers who are looking for comprehensive solutions that can scale to their requirements.
And speaking of complex needs, let's dive back into some of the product innovations Elastic rolled out in Q2. You mentioned AutoOps earlier, which is a fantastic tool for simplifying Elasticsearch cluster management. But what about their other innovations? What else are they doing to push the boundaries of search security and observability?
You're right, we shouldn't overlook their advancements in AI-driven security analytics. They're making significant strides in this area using AI to sift through mountains of security data and identify potential threats faster and more accurately than ever before.
This is where Elastic's expertise in search really shines. They're essentially applying their search capabilities to the world of security, using AI to find the needle in the haystack of security logs and alerts.
It's a game changer for security teams who are constantly bombarded with information and struggling to keep up with evolving threats. Elastic's AI-powered security analytics helps them focus on the most critical threats and respond more effectively.
And we can't forget about their full open telemetry integration, which is a huge step forward for observability.
Right, as we discussed earlier, this allows developers and operations teams to get a much more comprehensive view of their application's performance, regardless of the underlying infrastructure. It's all about breaking down data silos and getting that unified view that's so crucial in today's complex IT environments.
It's like having a single pane of glass to monitor everything that's happening across your entire IT infrastructure.
Precisely. And these innovations are just a glimpse of what's to come. Elastic has a track record of pushing the boundaries of what's possible with search and AI, and I'm excited to see what they come up with next.
You do. It's clear that they're not resting on their laurels, and they're committed to staying at the forefront of these rapidly evolving fields.
It's that kind of drive and innovation that has fueled their success so far, and it will be key to their continued growth in the future.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. Strong financial performance, the rise of GenAI platform consolidation, product innovation, and even some potential challenges. But before we get to our outrageous but plausible trade idea, let's take a moment to connect this back to our listeners.
Good point. We've thrown a lot of information at them. Why should they care about all of this? What's the relevance or application of this knowledge beyond just understanding Elastic's business?
That's an excellent question, first of all, for anyone interested in the future of technology. Elastic's story is a case study in how a company can adapt and thrive in a rapidly changing world. They started with a focus on search and have evolved to become a major player in AI security and observability. It shows how a company can leverage its core competencies to expand into new markets and stay ahead of the curve.
They're demonstrating how search and AI can be applied to a wide range of use cases, from security and observability to customer experience and business process automation. Their journey highlights the power of innovation and the importance of staying agile in a constantly evolving technological landscape.
And their success in attracting enterprise customers and consolidating workloads suggests that they're solving real problems for businesses of all sizes. They're not just building cool technology for the sake of it. They're building solutions that address the pain points that companies are facing in the real world.
Exactly. Their story has implications for investors, developers, and anyone working in industries that are being transformed by data and AI, whether you're looking for investment opportunities, developing new applications, or simply trying to understand the forces that are shaping the future of your industry. Elastic's story offers valuable insights.
It also highlights the importance of staying agile, embracing new technologies, and constantly seeking ways to innovate. Elastic's success is a reminder that in today's world, the only constant is change, and those who can adapt and evolve will be the ones who succeed. Well said. All right, I think our listener has a good grasp of Elastic's business and its future potential now for the fun part. Are you ready for another outrageous but plausible trade idea in our This Is Not Financial Advice segment?
Oh, I'm always ready for some creative speculation. Let's hear it.
Okay, here's the pitch. What if Elastic partnered with a major cloud provider, let's say AWS or Microsoft Azure, to offer a fully managed GenAI platform?
Ooh, that's an intriguing idea. It would give them access to a massive customer base and a wealth of resources. Plus, it would streamline the deployment and management of GenAI applications, making them more accessible to a wider audience.
Exactly. Imagine a one-click deployment of a powerful chatbot or a semantic search engine, all powered by Elastic's technology, but running seamlessly within a major cloud environment. It would be a huge win for both Elastic and the cloud provider.
It would lower the barrier to entry for businesses that want to leverage GenAI but might not have the in-house expertise to build and manage everything themselves. It would democratize access to powerful AI capabilities and potentially accelerate the adoption of GenAI across industries.
And it would create some serious competition for other AI platforms out there.
Right. This kind of partnership could solidify Elastic's position as a dominant player in the GenAI space and give them a significant advantage over their competitors.
Of course, this is all just speculation.
Right.
For now, there's no guarantee that such a partnership will actually happen.
Absolutely. But it's fun to think about the possibilities, right?
It is, and who knows, maybe someone at Elastic is listening to this right now and taking notes.
I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, let's wrap up part 2 of our deep dive into Elastic's Q2 2025 earnings call. We've explored the potential synergies between platform consolidation and GenAI growth, discussed the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead for Elastic, and even indulged in some speculative trade ideas.
It's been a fascinating conversation, and I think our listener has gained a deeper understanding of Elastic's business, its competitive landscape, and its potential for future growth.
Join us for part 3, where we'll conclude our analysis and offer some final thoughts on Elastic's future. Welcome back to Talk Tickers. We're wrapping up our deep dive into Elastic's Q2 2025 earnings call.
It's been quite a ride.
It has. It has, as we're wrapping up, I'm curious to hear your sort of final thoughts. What are your key takeaways from this deep dive? What should our listener really remember about Elastic's performance and its future potential?
You know what really stands out to me is Elastic's ability to just adapt and evolve in a technological landscape that's changing so rapidly. I mean, they started with such a focus on search, and they've really leveraged that expertise to become a major player in areas like AI security observability. It's a testament to their vision.
Yeah, they really haven't been afraid to embrace those new technologies and find innovative ways to apply their core capabilities to solve those emerging challenges. And it seems like that approach is really paying off, both in terms of their financial performance, but also in their ability to attract and retain these high-value customers.
Absolutely. Their growth in the enterprise market is particularly impressive.
Yeah.
And their platform consolidation strategy seems to be resonating with customers who are looking for solutions that are just simplified.
Right.
And can handle a wide range of workloads.
It's like they found that sweet spot between being a specialist and a generalist.
Yeah.
They have this deep expertise in search and AI, but they're applying that expertise to create a platform that can address such a wide range of enterprise needs.
Right.
It's a powerful combination.
It is, and they're not just building a platform, they're building an ecosystem.
Yeah.
They're fostering a community of developers and partners who are extending that platform, creating these new applications, use cases. It's that kind of open and collaborative approach that can really drive long-term growth and innovation.
So you're saying that Elastic is not just a company, it's a movement.
In a way, yes, they're not just selling products. They're selling a vision of the future where data is accessible, insights are actionable, and technology empowers everyone. It's a compelling vision, and it's attracting a lot of attention.
Yeah, well, that's certainly a positive outlook for Elastic. But, as with any investment, there are always risks and uncertainties to consider. What are some of the potential challenges or roadblocks that Elastic might face in the future? What should a listener kind of be aware of?
Well, we've touched on some of the challenges like currency fluctuations and the competitive landscape. The global economic environment is always a factor, and competition in the world of data. And AI is fierce. Elastic will need to continue to innovate and execute flawlessly to stay ahead.
Right. You mentioned competition, and I'm thinking about all those other data platforms that might be developing their own vector search capabilities. How can Elastic differentiate itself in a market that's so crowded?
That's where their focus on ease of use, scalability, and a unified platform comes into play. I mean, they've really built a reputation for creating solutions that are easy to deploy, manage, and scale.
Yeah.
Which is a huge advantage in a world where IT complexity is constantly increasing. And their ability to handle these diverse workloads within a single platform also really sets them apart.
So it's not just about having the best technology. It's about making that technology accessible and usable for a wide range of customers.
Exactly. And it's about providing a seamless and integrated experience across those different functions. From search and security to observability and AI, that's where Elastic truly shines.
Right. We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
We've explored Elastic's financial performance, their GenAI strategy, their platform consolidation efforts, their commitment to product innovation.
A lot.
We even indulged in some speculative trade ideas.
Why not?
But before we sign off, let's connect this back to our listener one last time. Why should they care about Elastic's story? What's the takeaway message for them?
I think the key takeaway is that Elastic is a company that's at the forefront of some of the most exciting and transformative trends in technology today. Whether you're an investor, a developer, or simply someone who's curious about the future of data and AI, Elastic's journey offers valuable lessons about innovation, adaptability, and the power of a compelling vision.
Well said. It's a story worth following, even if you're not, directly involved in the world of enterprise software.
Absolutely. It's a story about the future, and it's one that everyone should be aware of.
All right, everyone, that wraps up our deep dive into Elastic's Q2 2025 earnings call. We hope you found it insightful and engaging. As always, remember that this is Talk Tickers, your go-to podcast for breaking down the latest earnings calls and giving you the information you need to stay ahead of the curve.
And remember, this is not financial advice.
Exactly.
Do your own research and make your own investment decisions.
We're just here to spark your curiosity and give you some food for thought. Until next time, happy investing.